Good Russell Westbrook back in Los Angeles. This time he's going to be wearing a Clippers uniform. Reunites with Paul George, who he played with in OKC. Let's take a look at their numbers. They both had 24 points. They both had a field goal percentage around 43%.
Okay.
Full screen's right there for you.
Yeah.
Take a gander at. Broussard, I'm going to start with Nick. See, Nick goes through. Let's start here. Let's start there, and I get it messed up. It said Brew.
If looks could kill,
It just is so easy.
It said Brew. I wrote Brew, and you tried to make the call inaudible. Go ahead.
All right.
Let's hear the take.
Okay.
Better be good.
So, the idea of signing Russell Westbrook is you have championship or bust aspirations. You have two stars in this league who could be arguably one of, if not the best duo. However, they both have injury and load management issues. So the days they're not playing, he can, create the energy.
Yep.
Also,
Makes
an
sense.
extra punch to potentially they're off the bench or when one of those guys isn't in there. Plus, he's back at home where he wants to be.
Sure.
And this is exactly what the Lakers just tried. And it was a total disaster. So, Brew, we're in a weird spot with Russell Westbrook, where whenever he gets criticized, people are like, he's an amazing father, husband, and tipper. It's like, me too. But I would be a disaster for the Clippers at point guard. Russ, I had him on my 50 best players the last 50 years. I had him 35th. Head of Gary Payton, head of Steve Nash, head of Clyde Drexler. I think he is currently been unfairly maligned, like retroactively, acting like he was never a quality player, like he never aided winning when he did. However, right now, this moment, there is no version of Russell Westbrook that helps you win a championship. And this is a baffling, unforced error by the Clippers, who up until 24 hours ago, I would have said, this Clippers team, given the uncertainty of the West, was the best positioned they had been to make a real championship run since Kawhi started the New Balance ads and the new King of LA. And now we know this won't work, and I don't know why they did it.
I beg to differ.
Oh.
Wow.
I like it.
You like
I
it?
like it a lot.
Where's
Yes,
Antoine?
absolutely.
Someone call Antoine.
Absolutely. Get Twan. Twan, I know Twan loves
Yes.
it. No, this is good.
Why?
I assume, now maybe I'm wrong, I think they're going to bring him off the bench. I think they sat down over these past few days and talked roles.
Well,
Okay, I think that's what convinced them that he would accept the role they wanted and he's going to play it. And look, we all knew from the moment the rumors started that he would go, that LeBron wanted him in LA. We were like, that can't be true. That's ridiculous. Why? Because LeBron is ball dominant. Paul George and Kawhi Leonard aren't ball dominant. And furthermore, I think, Nick, he's coming off the bench. Now, I know Terrence Mann isn't a true point guard, but they've been playing without a true point guard.
I don't think he's coming off the bench.
Well, we'll see. I think the best thing to do is have him come off the bench.
Okay.
They won 10 of their last 14 with Terrence Mann running the point in kind of a point guardless operation. Okay? They moved up to the 4th seed. I think Russ coming off the bench is great because he brings energy, he brings toughness, he brings grit, just like Kawhi. And I think that they're dangerous now because of him. Here's the other thing. They spread the floor, and everybody just about is shooting 38% or better from three. Kawhi and Paul George and Marcus Morris, 38%. Terrence Mann is like 39%. They've got the shooting to put around him.
So did the Rockets.
The key I don't.
And it was a disaster.
First of all, they did all right. They went about as far as they could go. They lost to the Lakers, who won the championship that year. And Russ actually played well, particularly in the second half of that season. I think Russ has been unfairly maligned with the Lakers. I like this move, Wilds. I think after Phoenix, now Phoenix is clearly the class of the West, or they should be. I think the Clippers have as good a chance as anyone else of coming out of there.
Okay, so Woj's report says that they agreed to join the Clippers if he had a willingness to fit into a clear and specific role built around playmaking, win some, lose some there, rebounding, and toughness. So I don't think he's going to start.
Well,
I also don't think he's going to play make.
The Clippers reporter for The Athletic said that the first few games he will come off the bench with the expectations that he will eventually be their starting point guard. So
here's look. If he starts, here's what I don't want.
He can't start.
Here's what I don't want. Him finishing. I'm more worried about him finishing than starting, because if he's finishing, you don't want the ball in his hands because he's a poor decision maker. And if he's not with the ball in his hands, he can't
ask a very
shoot.
quick question?
They're not guarding him, so don't finish. He can start all he
none
wants.
of us think that he's going to be part of your most important unit, none of us think he's going to put you over the top. Why is it worth the risk when it absolutely could disrupt things? When maybe it was
if it disrupts things,
there's 20 games left.
No, but if he comes in there and he's a mess, get rid of him. Bye.
Okay.
You're not paying him
I
any
don't think
money.
he's a bad guy at all. I think he is a broken offensive player in today's NBA, and he's on his fifth team in 5 years, and they're relying on him in the playoffs, and even in his heyday,
did well in Washington.
he was a historically inefficient postseason
And he
performer.
did well in Houston.
Not in the playoffs, he didn't.
No, but he
neither
did what
spot
he
in the
does.
playoffs, but that's what they're bringing him in
But those
for.
are his teams. He'll be fine. Russ.
Okay.
I believe him.
I mean, believing in everybody.
It's early, but
it's nice.
it's not time for the
Meanwhile, in
public show.
Salt Lake, LeBron upped the ante on the Lakers season and vowed to play in the remaining 23 games. Take a listen.
23 of the most important games of my career for a regular season. And type of mindset that I have, and I hope the guys will have coming back off the break. I want to make a push to make the playoffs. And I don't want to see myself not being part of the postseason for 2 years straight. It's just not part of my DNA. You know, we're sitting up here talking about the record and things of that nature, and that's all cool, but I'm more passionate about trying to make the postseason and give ourselves a chance to compete for another Larry O'Brien trophy. So that's just who I am. That's what I'm cut from. I hope I can, figure out a way to just make sure I'm available on the floor every single night for these 23 games.
Okay, Broussard, we have 3 questions you can answer. You can take your choice.
Okay.
Should LeBron play the 23 games? Could LeBron play the 23 games? And will he play the 23 games? Any one of those you want to answer?
All of them are pretty close. The same answer. No.
Okay.
All right. I want 20 games from LeBron.
Oh, 20.
20 out of the 23. I would be tickled pink if I get 21 or 22. Okay?
What is he saying?
Tickle pink. Y'all too young. Y'all, give me the young folks be soft. No. Look, I think here's what's
It
happening.
would be the bee's knees if you played all 23.
I think LeBron James is sending a message
I
That's
buy
to
this.
one Anthony Davis.
I buy
That's
that.
the right take.
LeBron's smart enough to know he doesn't need. I want a game or two off from LeBron.
They have 3
just 'cause it was-
back-to-backs.
Yeah.
So maybe he sits out the back-to-backs, plays 20 of the 20.
He could do that. But Anthony, he's sending a message to Anthony Davis that you need to take this attitude I'm about to display. You need to take it, AD. And here's why. 1, AD's young, right? 29 years old. 2, AD, this summer's going to be interesting. You talk to some people around the league, they saying that Dallas, #1 objective this summer, Kyrie Irving for Anthony Davis in
I
a
like
sign and
that a
trade.
lot.
That's what the scuttlebutt is around the league.
Oh.
It might be Kyrie and Christian Wood or something. But if AD doesn't ball, if AD can't go these next 23 games or so and play great and get them at least into the play-in, then the Lakers might look at something like that if you get a big with Kyrie.
By the way, Anthony Davis is the perfect complement to Luka.
Yes,
the
I totally agree.
perfect compliment
that would be
to
nice.
Luka. Evan Mobley would be like my second pick as far as long term because similar things. We don't have to talk about that. Or Kevin Garnett if we can get a time machine. It would be
other than KD. You're right. No,
no,
AD
not
would
Kevin
be
Durant. I said Kevin
phenomenal.
Garnett if we can get a time
Garnett.
machine. Just
Okay.
stylistically, that's either here or there. So about LeBron, I agree with everything Bruce said except for the tickled pink stuff. I totally disavow that phraseology. I absolutely think this is him talking to Anthony, saying, hey, man, we can't have any games the rest of the way that both of us miss.
Right.
I'm going to try to be there for all of them. I don't think it is realistic for LeBron. And people, we're going to talk load management, I understand, later in the show. And people are like, Nick, you have a double standard for LeBron and for everyone else. It's not true. I have a double standard for LeBron, KD, and Steph. Those are the 3 players in the league that are in their mid to late 30s in LeBron's case, who have played a ton of ball, who I think it totally makes sense for them to miss time. Maybe Kawhi as well, just because he's so injured. Everyone else, it's in a different situation. Anthony Davis is in that different situation. We need you to play. I think they need to go 14-9 to guarantee themselves a spot in the play-in, because that'll be 41-41, and I would be shocked if that doesn't at least get you in the play-in. And we saw that Anthony Davis, and I didn't know about this league scuttlebutt because I'm not on the official voter group chat that Brew's on. But Anthony Davis, something happened with him and his mentality right before the LeBron record-breaking night, which also was right around the trade deadline.
What? You don't buy that?
And no, I don't buy that at all.
They should have been.
I just, nakedly speculated that his name came up in Kevin Durant trade rumors. That when they were calling about Kyrie, they're like, all right, you don't want to trade as Kyrie right now. Well, what about AD for Kevin Durant if you want to do that? I have no basis for that other than he just started playing oddly, passively, seemingly disinterested.
Demeanor. Yeah.
But then the final game before the break. 28 points, 70+% from the field, 5 assists, got to the line more than he had in the previous games. It's like, oh, that version of Anthony Davis, plus the LeBron that we've had all year, assuming he plays, that Lakers team can go 14-9. What?
Because it doesn't happen. Yes, the best of everybody is always great. When my kids are on perfect behavior, they're perfect. But you know what? Then the iPads come out and all heck breaks loose. Like, I don't think we can judge like perfect LeBron, healthy, perfect AD are going to be great. I just don't think.
So you don't have them making a plan?
Well, here's the thing. They've got the 25th easiest schedule. But the odd wrinkle in that is some of the teams that are considered easy teams, when you look at the graph,
better records than the Lakers.
are better than them. So it's like, these are the easy games.
Going after LeBron.
Do you buy that?
Why? Yeah, I buy that.
Because he didn't draft him?
LeBron blocked his shot.
Oh, yeah.